there is the lineup for the next event on the track, the women's 400 metres, and one of the clashes of the weekend. Polinari of Italy goes in 5. Femke Bol goes in 6. I guess starts as marginal favourite here ahead of Bukowiecka of Poland in 7. Well, Bukowiecka, second from the bottom there in the white and red of Poland, loves to commit early, normally goes out hard, but Femke Bol, for my money, has gone off aggressively here too. The pair of them already almost up on Wondrova of Czechia to the left of picture. Bol, so tall, long striding, looks lovely and relaxed. A lot more arm action going on from Bukowiecka outside her, left of picture in the white and red for Poland. Good running going on in the inside lanes, and aggressive running going from Polinari, the Italian, in the blue there, right in the centre, out in lane 5. They come round the bend, and Bol is already in the lead, well before the straight. Bol leads into the straight now. Bukowiecka's got some hard runnings to come, but Bol looking supremely relaxed and powerful and strong, and the 400-metre hurdler strength coming its own here as she stretches away to a big victory. 49.48. It's a new championship record from Femke Bol. Well, that is superb. It improves her own record from 2 years ago in Horzo. That was 49.82. Today, 49.48. Maybe that difference to some extent explained by the altitude and this new track and this lovely, lovely warm weather. But Phil, that is significantly quicker than Bol managed in Ostrava at the beginning of the week. 49.98 there, 49.43, the performance surely of this championship so far.
I love this tournament. You don't run for yourself, you run for your country like a relay, and I think this is something so fun about this tournament. You want to do well for your country, but not just the ones who are getting 16 points, but also the ones who are in it for 2 points and reach 3 or 4 points. It's something so special about this tournament that we are all chasing every single thousand, every centimetre, and I love about it this.
There's the consolidated standings with that championship record. Femke Bol, 49.48. Natalia Bukowiecka, 50.14. A superb run from her, and just look at that. 6 out of the top 7 get personal best.
Netherlands in the lead from Czechia and Poland. Italy in 4th. Britain moving up in a couple of places into 5th after the pole vaults from last night. So everything to play for, and of course those points gaps will get bigger over the next couple of days, but there'll be plenty of movement on this second day of the 4. Remember, last night was called day 0 with just the pole vaults down by the Royal Palace.
Now, the men's 400 metres A race. We saw an absolutely sensational run from Eduardo Scotti in the B race. 44.93. Well, from the inside, Sved Poland, Anden France, Nyenge Hungary, Bredow Germany, Pfeiffer's Netherlands, Reardon Great Britain, Porolenko Ukraine, and Franks of Greece on the outside. Well, Reardon's away very quickly. Franks as well in Greece on the outside. Pfeiffer's got a good start as well, dropping back rather badly. The German Bredow, he was left in his blocks, but now it's the big 2 starting to motor down the back straight. They're coming into the 200-metre mark. It's Pfeiffer's and Reardon. Franks on the outside, running like a man possessed, the Greek on the outside. He doesn't have this sort of form, but coming through now strongly around the bend. Now it's starting to attack the Greek, who's gone out very quickly and starting to tire. It's going to be Reardon in lane 6. Pfeiffer's trying to close him down, but Reardon having a great run. Coming through really strongly, Porolenko. And on the inside, it was the pole. Sved for second, but no doubt at all. And it's revised. It's a championship record. Second time in 2 races. And a massive personal best for Daniel Reardon. What a stunning run from the young 21-year-old Briton. Well, Samuel Reardon drafted in as a late replacement for the 2 4x400 metre relays last year at the Olympics and went home with 2 bronze medals. Samuel Reardon, that championship record of 44.60, followed home by Porolenko, national record of 44.81, equaling the national record of Hungary, and Nyenge in 3rd place, and a whole host of other personal bests.
And there's that point situation. 54.5 for the Netherlands, 48 for Britain ahead of Italy. Now, isn't this fascinating when people have been saying Britain have brought what is a B plus or even a C team here?
I think where it will start working itself out is once we see the field events results for Great Britain. I'm sure Great Britain will do well in the track events, but when you look at who they brought for the field events, with one or two exceptions, not a strong squad, it has to be said.
Now, Cocan. We saw his third round throw, 77.45. It didn't improve him, though. He stayed in fourth place. What can he do here? Round 4 for Cocan. He's hit that one well. He likes it. He looks at it and it's big. That's enormous from Cocan. Well, it's out beyond 80 meters. Now, we've been thinking we can't trust these lines across the sector, but surely that one is over 80 meters. Both knees strapped there for the Ukrainian. And back home in Ukraine, they'll be punching the air as that one thuds into the turf here. And it is massive. 81.66 from Cocan. The 24-year-old has thrown the best throw of his life. It's a personal best from Cocan. Absolutely superb. 81.66, and that is the third biggest throw of the year. Only Katzberg and Chaussenon of Canada and France respectively have thrown better.
Now Merlin Hummel, can he get over 80 meters? Can he challenge Mikhailo Cocan or Bensi Halash? No, just drops down. Well, no, it might well be very close to the 81 meter mark. It's very deceptive and there's a lot of shadow out there. Now let's just see, he looks pleased, he looks happy with that, and his coaches were clapping. I do apologise, there is a lot of sun and it's very difficult to see sometimes where the hammer's coming down. 81.27, a personal best for the German, and it moves him up into second place, leapfrogging the World Championship bronze medalist, Bensi Halash. Of the hammer throw, it's confirmed, Mikhailo Cocan winning, and 16 points to Ukraine with 81.66.
They're the team standings. Netherlands are 63.5, with Ukraine in second, Italy third. Great Britain shunted down to sixth, of course, with that hammer result being mixed in. Remember the British hammer thrower there, Jake Norris, only down in 13th of the 15 who recorded a mark, and it just shows how much team positions be swung by one single result this early in the 4 days of these European Team Championships in Madrid. It can make a massive difference.
Now, Jessica Schilder moved up into second place with her previous throw of 19.02. Still Fanny Roos. Now that's a big throw. I'm looking at the replay. I think that's a very big throw indeed. Well, we've had a few problems working out the distances, but that's an absolutely huge throw from Schilder. I think that might well even be over 20 meters, and maybe another championship record today in Madrid. It took a look at it. Well, we're waiting for the mark to come up, but I can tell you it was 20.14.
Well, Ogunleye, can she respond to this, react to this? Oh, I think she can. That was massive too from the German. Don't know if it was 20 meters, but Schilder, a championship record with that 20.14 in round 5. And Ogunleye trying to respond. That one's around 19.5 meters. She has improved in round 5, there's no doubt about that. Prior to that effort, her best was, 18.80 in round 4. And 19.58 there for Ogunleye. But she needs to find well over half a meter to catch Schilder with one round to come. The Netherlands then 79.5 out on top thanks to that brilliant throwing from Schilder in the women's shot. Ukraine in second, Great Britain up into third. It's chopping and changing with every single result that gets fed into the computer, isn't it? But Jessica Schilder, wow, what a series from her. So nearly the second best throw of the... It's 35 degrees centigrade here in Madrid right now. I've just checked, and it's very, very steamy. It's tough conditions. That said, it's the same for all of them, but this is not the highest caliber of fields once you get past the best half dozen or so. Plenty of athletes in this race have never broken 16 minutes, which is a long, long way off international class, with all due respect. But that's because not many distance runners of real caliber want to run in a race like this where they knew it was going to be hot, and there's a slight altitude factor. 12.5 laps of the track. Away they go then. It is sweltering here. there's altitude, the track surface is very warm, there's no shelter, there's no protection for these athletes. I haven't seen any sprays or tables of water on the track. Have you, Phil? Anything like that that might help these athletes? Oh yes, over on the back straight, middle of the back straight, there's a water table, which will be used, I can assure you, and I suspect from early on. And we didn't expect this to be quick, we expected it to be slow, and it looks to me like it's going to be super slow. It's a jog through these early stages, down to 200 meters. They come down in front of us. We're very lucky. We have a glorious commentary position here just over the finish line in this superb little stadium with this amazing track colour. I love it. But Battocletti now with 500 meters to run. Vanez in second. The Spaniard Garcia in third. The crowd loving this one. Big crowd here in the shaded area around this final bend. As Battocletti comes towards the bell. Vanez, Garcia, Helga Thackeray in fourth. Good running there from the Swedish athlete Lahti to move into fifth place. And this is the bell this time. They go through with a 70-second lap. It's the quickest lap of the race so far. Now Battocletti has got to use that 3:58, 1,500 meter speed. She has made herself a little bit vulnerable by leaving it this late. And Garcia, remember, 300 meters to run in second place for Spain, will be running in inspired fashion. But now she opens her speed up. Battocletti, 2:50 to go, and tears into this last 300. 200 meters to run. Helga Thackeray back in fifth. Lahti isolated in fourth in the yellow cap. Vanez in third. And Battocletti has destroyed them over this last 150. And with 150 to run now, it is going to be the expected retention of this title for Nadia Battocletti. It's been very comfortable indeed for her. The time immaterial, the manner of the victory. Well, it's an interesting one, isn't it? She has been able to test herself. Garcia in second, being chased down by Vanez, but it will be a super silver for the Spaniard as Battocletti takes it at 14:13. 57.6, that final circuit. That is quick. That is world-class closing. That will be very, very pleasing for the Italian and her camp, because you don't see too many 5,000s finish with a final of that speed, no matter what the early tempo. That was superb. Had a look chat with her yesterday. She had exams last Friday. She's got exams to come again for her engineering certificates in a few weeks' time. She has got it all, this young Italian. Boy, oh boy, Phil, what a run.
It's always amazing. In this competition, I'm also the captain, so I'm so happy. The race was tough, of course, due to the weather, but this is our job.
There it is, Battocletti, the winner in 15:56 of the women's 5,000 metres, wins by 2.5 seconds from Garcia of Spain. Vanez, a great run for the Dutch athlete, good points for them in third.
No, that was good finishing speed from Battocletti, and it moves Italy up quite a few places, plus 4 places into the silver medal position at the moment, but still commanding performance from the Netherlands. 93.5 points, helped by 14 points from Diane Vanez. No change at the bottom. Portugal, Greece and Lithuania still occupy the bottom 3, just above the relegation slot. Finland and, somewhat surprisingly, Germany and France. They're not that far above the 3 relegation places. So we're back on the track now for the A race in the men's 800 metres. What a lineup this is. Every single man has run under 1:45. All bar Atawi have run their personal best this year. Atawi has run under 1:43 when winning the Paris Diamond League, 1:42.73. You have to say the Spaniard could be the favourite here, but this is an absolutely loaded field with a huge amount of really talented runners. On your marks. Well, we had a 54 first-second lap in the B race. I think this is going to be significantly quicker. This could be a tactical race, but I don't think they're going to hang around. And on the outside, it's Kitlinski running very well at the moment. Now it's the dash for the inside, and it's quite bunched. It's Kitlinski coming the long way round, getting in front. He's got the Swiss athlete Peluzzi on his shoulder as well. Now Atawi running very, very strongly over the first 200 metres, coming to the bend, controlling proceedings from the front. The Frenchman, Magnau, on his shoulder of Atawi. Now he's starting to slow it down.
Yes, Atawi looking strong at the front, isn't he? He wants to control this one. The Frenchman doing all he can, Manu, to stay on his shoulder, but they're up against it here. And that's pretty quick, 52.07. He's acting as an unofficial pacemaker here, and I doubt if anybody can get past him in this second lap, Phil, because he can wind it up from here. Don't let's forget that Atawi, with a 142 to his name this season, is in supreme shape, in the top 4 or 5 in the world.
And the men I was looking for, like Chappell and Dudushka, are a long way back at this stage. Now Atawi is starting to wind it up. It's coming through. Panici, the Italian, the young Italian as well, as Magnu to drift backwards, coming the long way round as well. The young, very exciting German Stepanov. But Atawi is just cranking it up. The only man going with him is the Italian Panici. Madidic challenging, but he's blowing hard. Atawi looking behind. He's having to work hard down the home straight, but I think he knows the victory is his. And the very first win of these championships for the host Spain goes to Mohamed Atawi in a championship record of 1:44.01. Come on, cheer for me, says Mohamed Atawi. And the packed back straight are doing exactly that. Well, he had to work hard. Panici wasn't going to let him have that victory easily. And Panici comes through for a personal best as well. Magnu, who challenged in the early stages of the race, 1:45.06. Dudica, a little bit disappointingly. I think Dudica, when he looks back at that race, he'll wonder he should have got up there closer to the leaders, but he does come through for 4th place for Czechia. Eliza, who was so strong on the first lap, drifts back just a little bit, 1:45.44.
Yeah, incredible. I come here and I was a bit nervous because it was a race in front of a home crowd, big championships with the Spanish t-shirt, so I was a bit nervous. Also, I want to do it super well, and I think it was like this, also championships record, so I'm super happy.
There's the full results, the full 16. The winner of that B race, Samuel Filstrom, coming through in 9th place at the moment. Every single runner in the A race was quicker than the B race. There's the team standings. The Netherlands, 103.5 points. They're 13.5 points ahead of Italy, but that win from Mohamed Atawi moves Spain into the medals at this stage, 85 points. And Czechia as well, thanks to Jakub Dudica, after 8 events of the 37, just outside the medal positions. Great Britain and Northern Ireland just drop a little bit. Ukraine slipping back as well, but we've got a long, long way to go in these European Team Championships. Another 29 events. Championship best of Johan Kowal, 8:25.50. You'd have to say, with these caliber of athletes, that potentially could be under threat, but having said that, with this altitude and this heat, I don't think we're going to see a time of that level. To get underway for the second time of action. Clean start this time. Well, as expected. Well, it did start very slowly. It's the Portuguese athlete, Edson Barros, who's done well at European age group events in the past, getting to the fore. Very easy to spot figure. He's very tall. Barros competes for the Benfica club, who are, well, they're doing pretty well at the moment on the football pitch as well, out in the World Club Championships. And it's Barros, well, it's pretty sedentary, but it's not walking pace. It's looking as though there's now starting to be a little bit of daylight. But as I say that, Constantina's back. It was looking as though it was Arke and Bebendorf and Daru getting away. But Johansson's closed the gap now. Zaglami's up there as we hear the bell. Arke now. He leads the way. This is the man who won in Horzo 2 years ago. He's an 8:08 man. He's by far and away the best performer in this field on season and personal best. But Bebendorf isn't letting him get away with this. Also, Daru having an extremely good run as well. Arke really going through the pain barrier here, holding off Bebendorf. Now Bebendorf rounds the Spaniard to the groans of the home crowd. It's a little bit sparsely attended along the back straight. The home straight is packed, and Bebendorf, though, he's coming in now. The last water jump and one more barrier after this. Bebendorf starting to pull away from the otherwise favourite Arke. Now Arke having to struggle to hold off Daru in second place, but it's Bebendorf switching out to the second lane just to get a clear view. Comfortable hurdling from Bebendorf, and Bebendorf coming through, and this is looking as though it could be a championship record. It's speeded up, it's 8:20.43, a championship record for Bebendorf.
Brilliant stuff from Bebendorf, and look at that, he looks easy, doesn't he? Goodness me, the Germans at the moment have got a bit of a production line of great 3,000 metre steeplechasers. He was the European Championship bronze medalist last year, Bebendorf, but a late developer, I think you could say. His 3,000 metres indoor best, only 7:52. He's not world class at 3,000 on the flat, but he does have good 800 speed. 147 man for 800, which is quite some speed to take to the steeplechase. And as you say, Phil, quite rightly, a new championship record, replacing that of Frenchman's Coal from 2014, 8:25. He's improved the championship record, another track race championship record, and in a middle distance race by over 5 seconds. Bebendorf quite supreme there. The comfort of his win not really reflected by that winning margin of about 1.5 seconds. And there's the team standings after 9 events. The Netherlands on 110.5, Spain 10.5's back obviously on 100, Italy having a great day on 99, Great Britain holding their own at the moment with 92 points with these field events clicking by. It's still 2 underway at the moment, the discus for women, the triple jump for men. And then Czechia, Poland, France, Sweden rounding out the top 8. Germany, the surprise package, I suppose, at this early stage, down in 9th, but they are improving, Phil. They've lifted 2 places with that will.
So here's Svoboda, 10:04 personal best, but this is her first 100 metres of the year. From the inside, Corra, Switzerland, Svoboda, Poland, Meyer, Germany, Bazzolo, Portugal, Takacs, Hungary, Perez, Spain, Henriksson of Sweden, and on the outside in lane 9, it's Dosso of Italy. Well, a fairly even start. Dosso on the outside having a really good run in this early stage of the race. Svoboda's having to pick up ground. Now it's Takacs of Hungary coming through very strongly over the final 30 metres. Just hauling in Svoboda. I think that might well be a national record. Yes, it is. And it's a championship record as well. So she slices 300ths off the championship record, 400ths off her Hungarian national record.
Phil, that's one of the upsets of the day. You can see second to right there, Svoboda, who held the championship record at this point, storming away with it, I thought. But Takacs there, in lane 6 for Hungary. Fabulous through the second half. Lovely free-flowing style. Dips well at the line. Wins by a metre. Wins going away. A national record, a championship record. And that is a big shot. One might have expected Svoboda to take that one. She is a sub-11 sprinter. She is so experienced. But taking the win there, Takacs, maximum points for Hungary. And she will be absolutely delighted with that. Quite a shock. I guess the reason I was expecting more from Svoboda there, Phil, as we see the results of that women's 100 metres, Takacs winning from Svoboda, Bishop's good, a personal best there in 3rd place behind the championship record of the Hungarian Takacs. I was expecting more from Svoboda because she was 4th at the World Indoors, so she wintered well. This is, I think, her first outdoor race, though, and maybe a little bit ring rusty. Well, there's the standings after 10 events fed into the computer. The Netherlands storming away at the moment, 13.5 points to the good ahead of Italy. Spain going really well with home advantage. Great Britain surprising 1 and 2 perhaps for that 4th place, but they've got Poland and Czechia breathing down their necks. Germany gradually moving up. Remember, they're outside the top 10 half an hour or so ago. Now they're up into that 7th place.
So as they settle in, Lithuanian taking a long time to get to his blocks. That's the man in lane 2. Dambrauskas, and then we have Ukraine's Sokolov, Samuelson, Finland, Vidovic of Poland, Ilovsky, Hungary, Gakankaris of Greece, Masic of Czechia, and Crespi of Spain on the outside. Well, Ilovsky away quickly, so too Crespi on the outside, but at the moment it's the Hungarian Ilovsky in lane 6 who's doing well. Coming through strongly though, Vidovic absolutely flying last 30 metres from the pole in lane 5. Vidovic came from probably around 4th place at the halfway point and stormed through. 10:10, a massive personal best for him as well, with barely any wind behind him.
Side by side here, it's a real heavyweight clash, this one, but he moves away, finishes much the stronger. That 2 metre winning margin is all built actually in about the last 30. Holds his form so well, as you see the Hungarian Ilovsky tightening up a little bit, I think, in the last 20 or so. And he's seen the time, and boy, does he like it. So this one looks to be pretty evenly matched. Amodadzi has a personal best of 9.93. He goes in lane 6. On paper, the fastest in the field, and he has run 9.99 this year. That was in London, back on the 1st of June. There is Amodadzi, the favourite. Can he get good points for Britain here? The lineup from the inside again. Italy in 2, Switzerland 3, Portugal 4, Netherlands 5, Great Britain in 6, Germany in 7, France 8, Sweden, nearest the camera, to the left of picture now, in lane 9.
Set.
Really good start there from Afifa of the Netherlands. Amodadzi beginning to move ahead, but the Italian there, oh, he pulls up, Pata pulls up, and Amodadzi's going to take this one. He just does take it. Really fast finishing there from Larsen on the near side in yellow of Sweden. He might have stolen second from Afifa of the Netherlands. He does, I think, maybe. There it is, 10.07 from Amodadzi. Great Britain needed that, but a brilliant race all the same. What a shame for Pata, the Italian. He came in as a late replacement for Lamont Marcel Jacobs, the Olympic champion back in 2021, and ironically pulls up. Let's hope it's not serious. Let's hope it's cramp from the Italian, who did cross the line, will get some points, albeit just one, I think. But Amodadzi confirmed at 10.07, but just ahead of brilliant sprinting from the Netherlands, Elvis Afrifa, a personal best for him, 10.10. Here is the combined result from the two 100s. Amodadzi, Afrifa, Vidovic, the winner of the B race, slotting into 3rd there. 14 points with that personal best. Larsen, who was 3rd in the A race, finishes in 4th overall. Pata gets 1 point for Italy. Let's hope he's okay. That point could turn out to be precious.
And there we have the table after 11 of the 13 events, concluding day 1. Netherlands leading 139.5 points. They're 25.5 points ahead of Great Britain, Northern Ireland, with Spain on the same tally, but the tiebreak rules put them in 3rd place. Bottom 3, Finland, Greece and Lithuania. This is Van Klinken now. 70-metre thrower at best, which she did on her arrival at university in the US. Threw that in Tucson at 2021. Has been consistently in the high 60s since then. And it's dropping down at 65 metres, just fractionally shy of that. That's a good opener from Van Klinken. Just trying to work out, looking at the way the wind is blowing, well, it's not going to be super advantageous. It's not going to be like that wind tunnel in Ramona where we've seen world records and stunning distances in Oklahoma recently, but it could be quietly helpful to them. Nice quartering wind, rather gentle breeze. Shanice Kraft passed her previous 5th round effort. She's in 3rd place at the moment. 3 times European Championship medalist. I'm not sure that was a good throw. She seemed to stutter. Oh, and it's over 60 metres, though.
It's about 62, I think.
Yeah.
And she was holding her knee a few minutes ago. I thought she was carrying a niggle.
And I also thought it wasn't the best of throws across the circle. She sort of seemed to stumble and stutter into her final step. But 61.53. Can't complain about that. And that leapfrogs Liliana Carr into 2nd place. There we have it. Confirmation of the results. Dorinda Van Klinken winning by more than 3 metres.
We can't give you the fully updated results at the end of the day just yet, but there is up to 12 events. The Netherlands 155 points ahead by 32 from Poland. Wow. Spain in 3rd, still going really well. Great Britain dropped down to 6th at the moment, but everything to fight for. And look at the small gap, Phil, between 3rd and 6th. It's really tight.
And Spain have got a man in the last 4 of the triple jump. I think that they could actually leapfrog Poland into second place, which would be wonderful for the host nation. Now Lika Holm, we know him as a high jumper, son of Olympic high jump champion Stefan Holm. Oh, well, that'll go viral. That'll appear on a few highlights reels, but he did get 14.91 for a personal best in the second round. Before that, rather, what will you call it? Rather exuberant foul.
Gymnastic.
Gymnastic, yeah. That's a good way of putting it. I'll tell you what, he did well to pull out of that as well. Fair play to him. Could have hurt himself if he hadn't have been so, as you say, gymnastic.
Here is Biarasuti about to take his second round throw. Personal best already with that opener, 16 meters 70 from the Italian. Got to be buzzing, the adrenaline's got to be flowing. Good speed. Oh, that's nice, that's big. Biarasuti is on fire. Good first phase, great second phase, and a fabulous final phase into the sand there. Opener is 16.70, that was a lifetime best. And he's just improved it to 16.94. Slight following wind behind him. And 17 meters beckons for this man, Biarasuti. Wow. Coaches are so invested emotionally. Serrames then, penultimate jump of the evening, the penultimate action of the day, and it's special and it's big, and that might have taken the lead. Biarasuti of Italy, we think, has retired. It doesn't say retired on his card, but he's passed the last three jumps after that personal best in round two of 16.94. Serrames here of France might have done enough, gives away quite a bit in the board, 15 centimeters in fact. Fabulous height there, and look at that final phase. He's looking across at the marker board. 16.83 in round two. He needs to find 11 centimeters. He needs 16.94. That would do it, because his second best jump would be better than 17 meters exactly. He steals the lead at the 11th hour.
But there's the final results in the triple jump. Jonathan Serrames with that last gasp, 17 meters, 16 points for France. 2 PBs for Simone Biarasuti. Good day at the odds for the Italian.
There it is, 165.5 points for the Netherlands. With Spain in 134. Some way back, it has to be said, but look at that. Italy and Poland really close together. France and Great Britain and Germany pretty close together as well. It is so much to play for. Every point is precious year after year in these championships, and it's going to be that way these next 2 days.
Hi, I'm Nadia Batogritti. Sign up now to the European Athletics YouTube channel.